Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you how I made this traditional card using the Christmas Classic stamp set and coordinating dies. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how to get started. Okay, I'm going to start with the stamping of the sentiment for this project, and I'm going to ink up my season's greeting on my cherry cobbler ink pad and then stamp. 1, 2, 3, and I've got this beautiful sentiment and I'm ready to die cut. Okay, I've die cut my sentiment out with the coordinating die, and while I was there I cut out this shaded spruce holly image that I am going to layer my sentiment onto. So I'm going to set that aside along with my little 1/4 inch circles here. And then I'm going to bring in my very vanilla cardstock panel and my 3 pieces of designer series paper. Now this is directional, so I want to make sure that I've got it in the correct direction. And I'm also going to lay this so that I've got even margins and can adhere this center panel as desired. So I'm going to flip that over, and of course you can use either side of this. The choice is yours. I happen to be using the musical side for this project. It's got this lovely gray tone and richness to it that I think will look lovely behind the shaded spruce greenery die cut piece here. I'm then going to adhere the right and left panels on either side. There we go, spacing them out nice and even. Okay, I've got that finished and I can start building my card front. So I'm going to fold on my score line and I'm going to adhere this down flat onto the card front. I'm going to be mailing these cards, so I don't want a ton of height to my project, so I'm simply going to adhere my holly panel down onto the center here, like so. And then I'm going to pop up my sentiment. Giving it a little bit of height and shadow. I'm going to place that right in the center here. And then I'm going to bring in my Take Your Pick tool and my little berry pieces. Now, currently the gems are on back order, so I'm using cardstock for this, but if you have the beautiful little gems that coordinate with this suite, you can use those. I'm going to add a touch of adhesive onto each one of the berries, and then I'm going to simply pick up my cardstock pieces and adhere them down. Now you'll want to be careful to use just a little bit. I've probably squeezed a bit too much of my multi-purpose adhesive onto the berries because I've got a little squishing out, but I can use my Stampin' Embossing Buddy and pop that on there so that it deadens that adhesive. Just a little trick when you have adhesive that comes out from behind. And I'm going to add the rest of these berries, lining them up so the shaded spruce does not show underneath. And the final berry here. Let's see if I can move that just a little bit again. There we go. I've got my berries onto my card front like so, and I have forgotten my ribbons, so I am going to remove my sentiment panel quickly here and wrap my ribbon around the inside of my card. I don't know about you, but sometimes I forget to do things, and the fact that this is paper makes it real quick and easy to fix, which is something I love about paper crafting. So I'm going to wrap that around the center and tie a bow on the edge of my card. Now this will pretty much be the same height as those dimensionals, so I'm not worried about the additional height that this gives me. I love the texture of this ribbon. There we go. I'm going to bring in my paper snips and snip off the end at an angle, and this end at an angle. And then I'm going to slide this over to the other side. And you can do that so easy with this ribbon because we've wrapped it around the inside of the card. And then I can take my greeting and I can place it right back in the center of that greeting, just like I had it. And of course, if you're worried about the ribbon shifting and moving, you can tuck your dimensionals on either side. And let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to put one on this edge and one on this edge. And of course, if you'd prefer to use your minis, you can do that because that'll tuck in and give you more space. So I'm going to simply slide that back onto the front of my card like so. And I've got this beautiful holiday greeting for somebody special. I've used the Christmas Classics bundle of products found in our mini catalog to create this lovely traditional card. And of course, if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.